Hello everyone, it's me, Mix2the and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So sit back and enjoy. If you think the big power hunt was for big babies, then you're right. So let's go to the bottom of the well and do something actually scary today. Yeah, bottom of the well is our main focus of today's episode. And for that we need to travel back in time. Sheik already moved away from here. We did visit Sheik here after a forest temple, which means we can now put the Master Sword back in place. And that will take us back in time 7 years. Say hello again to Child Link. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? What does my equipment even look like as young Link here? Yeah, I think this is fine. We got our last bottle last time by doing power hunting. And actually there is some... let's not... Or should we do it right now? I'm not sure. I think it's better to do it now. I need to warp anyways. Let's plant the bean. We got Bolero of Fire. Wait a second. Yeah, like this. Let's go to Death Mountain Crater. We got Bolero of Fire. We can warp there now. That's a bad idea. Wait a second. No. That's not where I want to go. Because I'm lacking something crucial. I need bugs. Like, there's a hole there for a magic bean. Which means there's also a Skulltula there. And I can only get that Skulltula by having beans. By having bugs. So let's get bugs first, and we can get bugs here at the graveyard, which also means I do bottom of the well first. We also have this stone here. Responding to your mask, I overheard this. They say that there's a secret near the tree in Kakariko village. That is actually the truth. That's the Redead Cave. That's the Redead Cave with the 200 rupees inside. Do we have at nighttime? I think we might have at nighttime. But Dampe is already sleeping. Like, how late is it? It's... oh, it's morning, okay. Grave digging tour's over. I, Dampe, the gravekeeper, am in bed. Go away and play. Maybe you'll find a ghost. Okay. Yeah, Dampe's grave digging tour is open during very specific times, actually. Like, if you use a Sun Song to set it to nighttime, it does not immediately work. But if you want to enter bottom of the well, however, the well is filled with water, which means we cannot go down there. Although, can we... wait a second, I got to go and scale. Does that work? I don't think it does. If it does, that would be amazing, but I doubt it. Actually looks promising, barely not. Okay. We already did vent to bottom of the well when I was saving and quitting, so that I did not end up in a Kukiri forest. That was fun. With the cutscene dive by initiating a Kuko Revenge Squad cutscene. But yeah, we need to drain the well. And we do that by going to the windmill here. And if we recall, in the future, we did receive the Song of Storms. And we can use Song of Storms here now in order to basically close the causal loop here. Because we teach this guy Song of Storms, and this guy teaches Song of Storms to us in the future. But we also need to play the song. So yeah, let's go. And this has the following effect. Because the storm is so heavy we create here, it of course makes the windmill go crazy. And for whatever reason the windmill is linked to the well, so when we make the windmill spin very quickly, it drains the well. Because that makes sense. Yeah, now he should be pretty upset. Go around, go around, go around. What? It's going way too fast. Yeah, and for whatever reason that traumatizes him so much that in the future he wants to beat us up when we show him his Ocarina. Our Ocarina. So, yeah. Don't know why, but okay. But hey, we can visit this place now. And guys, bottom of the well. Bottom of the well is where the game becomes super scary. This is the point where, even after you manage to do anything in this game so far, this is where you quit as a kid. Bottom of the well and Shadow Temple also are the absolute scariest places back in the day. like the music here also as well. The music is super good for this place. It's super dreadful and everything. Like, without being like too oppressive. Like it's super scary, but not like super in the face oppressive. It's pretty cool. I love this place. Bottom of the Well is a cool mini dungeon. Bottom of the Well is pretty open. And at the same time, a lot of stuff here is also kind of optional. But yeah, one thing you can do here is you can make the Skulltula blue, you can stun it, and then you can roll past it. But I wanted also to examine this guy here. Watch out! I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the Eye of Truth. That's what they say. What they are saying. But yeah, once again we have fake walls here, and that's exactly why we wanted the Lens of Truth, the Eye of Truth. Might actually be that at some point the Lens of Truth was actually called Eye of Truth. It could also just be a simple metaphor, of course. But yeah, at bottom of the well, it's actually a fairly open dungeon. We can see we have this main room here. And based on the structure, we can maybe already tell that there are a lot of individual rooms you can go to. Our main objective here is actually kind of simple. Because all we basically... we basically just want... That guy scared me. The only thing we basically want to do here is go over here. We want to play Zelda's Lullaby here because Triforce symbol. The water flowing out of this statue is flooding the entire floor. But yeah, we want to play Zelda's Lullaby. That drains the water here. And then we can go to where the Lens of Truth is. And that is actually our entire business here. But of course, we want to get everything, which means we need to do everything here. That also means I will get Lens of Truth as the last thing. And we also want bombs here. There are a lot of things we can bomb here. And we also need to look out for invisible pathways, like this one. We want to get 3 or 4 keys here. I think 4 keys, actually. And if I'm good, I'm also able to show off something funny here. Because you can also clear this dungeon without having to do... or having like an Ocarina or Zelda's Lullaby. If you do it correctly. Bomb shoes, nice. Speaking of bomb shoes, I still need to buy bomb shoes from the bomb shoe merchant in Castletown. We can blow up those piles of rocks. This guy can get lost, but we cannot take him while he is engulfed in flames. Another one of those hidden passages here. With another key. We don't even need a key to reach the destination here. Where we want to go. That's a dumb idea. Let's draw our sword. This is also a good comparison. We are fighting big Skulltulas right now. Those are the ones we already encountered as Adult Link, but it didn't appear as if those were big because Adult Link is so much bigger than Young Link here. You also need to be careful. There are also some like holes in the floor you cannot see that are invisible. Also, we have blood here, which is pretty cool. Like, what did they do here? Like, this entire place in general. This is, of course, like a treasure trove of theorizing here. Why is this entire hidden place with, like, torture instruments below Kakariko Village? Like, what is the legacy of this village? Like, that's always a good thing to theorize here. Like, there's also, of course, speculation why is, like, the Lens of Truth here and so much and so on and so forth. Yeah, I already killed the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Yeah, we have a lot of wall and floor monsters here as well. As you can also go through here. But yeah, a lot of theorizing you can do here. You don't want to move into the middle here where the blood is, because that's where you fall down. It's also pretty funny, they did censor the blood that comes from Gendorf in the final fight and stuff. But they never bothered to censor the very obvious pile of blood here on the floor in shadow and bottom of the well here. And that's also something that's like super inconsistent for whatever reason. Like you can show blood, but you cannot show blood if it comes from people. Like what the heck? Like people having blood is a myth, guys. That's something the pharma industry came up with. As if. By the way, compass. Compass is nice. Do I want to... Let's move over here. Oh no! Ouch. I did fall into a hole. And we have like this dangerous water here. You can see some people did not live long here to pick up all the silver rupees. We also have readats here. Like everything that's scary is here in this dungeon, basically. Rightfully so, because this is supposed to be the scary dungeon. You can also fall onto that platform. I think that's when you fall down in the middle of the room there. But you know, we are basically trapped in the basement here. We can summon one of those big fairies here. Just because. Oh, maybe not. Maybe Sunsong? I think in like Shadow and Bottom of the Well you need to play Sunsong. Yeah, there we go. And I also did freeze the readat. Nice. I don't need you, okay. And there are rupees on top of that, okay. This room here, by the way, is shaped like a hand. That will become more apparent if we look at the map here. Like, it is a hand, but with only 4 fingers. Like, guy lost a finger along the way. The treasure chest here is the map. We want to grab the map. Like, that's the advantage if you fall down here. You get a map. Also, I think this is also just here in case you fall down somewhere. Like, you can see there are multiple spots where you can fall down here. There are even, like, 2 holes here. Like, 3 holes. I think I know what room this is. And that was the readat unfreezing. That's why we did hear this readat hurt sound. What do you want? Also, because we are young Link again, we will get stunned by readats again. But don't fret, those guys are not as scary as they seem. Anyways, dungeon map. Nice. Cool. Let's take a look at the dungeon as a whole. Like, we have a weird basement 2 here. Like, with just a couple of not connected rooms. And we have like this. Not a lot of rooms here in bottom of the well, but it makes for an interesting small mini dungeon. I can show you power crouch steps here again with stored jump slash from stick. Oh, that guy was moving for it. Okay. Maybe he moves because I am here or so. Maybe it's because I made a sound, could that be? Oh, for whatever reason that guy was moving. Yeah, you could see that was much more damage. I think that was pretty obvious. And that was much more damage because I used a power crouch step with stored and jump slash from Deku Stick. Let's get some resources here. And yeah, okay, another place you can fall down. Good. However, against what you believe, I do not intend to fall down here again. I've seen enough of this scary room. The structure of the basement here, of the basement room here, always reminds me of Terraria's Crimson, or should I rather say, like, the Crimson reminds me of this room here. That's what I always see when I see, like, the Crimson map, kind of. The map of the Crimson. Like the mini-map, the world map, Crimson. Once again, we have spirits here. It said once again, look for the eye of truth. That's what they are saying. I like that now we can understand ghost language or whatever. Like, for whatever reason she can. Can I get this bubble? No. The nice quirk about this guy is your shield cannot burn. Like, his fire is not the kind of fire that burns your shield. Which is pretty nice. Okay, I don't want to go into the middle rooms here right now. I'll see a like here somewhere. I want to go over here first. Like, those things also tell you something. This wall, it says something here. Danger above. That's what it says. Like the design of the design of the Shadow Temple and bottom of the well is also pretty nice. Wow, that was mean. Okay, turn around, please. Oh, you are. Why are you suddenly Majora's Mask Skulltula? What the heck? Like, normally they are only that aggressive in Majora's Mask, huh? I'm also fairly certain this is a place where you can fall down. Ah, maybe not. But we can use bombs to see that there's like a hole in the floor. Like in this instance, Cane of Sumaria would be interesting for Ocarina of Time here. Allows you to see those holes. This room is your room we are supposed to reach while the water is down. I think there's also a treasure chest down here. Yeah, so let's not go here. We would also get a key from that room. But nah. Let us see if I can pull off the trick I was mentioning. And that trick is connected to this crawling space there. Also, there's a hole here. And this wall, it says something here. Danger below, that's what it says. Danger below? Danger below, okay. But yeah, one thing we can do here, we can crawl through here. And we can notice the following. When we are here, we see that a locked door is close by. And one thing we can do here, specifically in this location, you notice that every time Link leaves a crawl space, there is a small cutscene playing here. What we want to do is we want to leave the crawl space. We want to move over to where the locked door is while the letterboxing from that cutscene still applies. And while that letterboxing still applies, we want to open the door. And if we do it correctly, Link will basically go through the wall. However, he will remain in this room, and the next room does load and everything in this room does unload. Let's see if I can pull this off. It is not the precisest timing, but it is something you can, of course, you only have one shot at, because once you unlock the door, it is no longer locked. Let me get an impression here. I think I can just move over there. I don't need to roll. I think that should already suffice. But yeah, once you see that the icons, for example, do appear again, you're already too late. But if I do everything correctly, I perform a nice little trick here. If I do it like this, I think the icons are still allowed to appear. But yeah, once the letterboxing is normal again, once the letterboxing disappears, like that no longer applies. You're basically in this weird in-between state between cutscene and gameplay, and that has some side effects. Nope. I did pull this off once, and it was fun. You just want to move over there. That might be it. No. Okay. Okay, normally what would happen, I think I was slightly too late. But yeah, what would happen, the door would unlock. You can hear that Link moves through the door, but he does not move through the door. And that has the side effect that everything in this room unloads. There will be no enemies here or whatsoever anymore. And you can utilize that to move below the water, because the water also does unload. You would just be able to fall straight through the water, and that way you can reach the lens of truth without having to lower the water level here. But yeah, now I ruined it. I cannot do this anymore because the door is open now. Which means we do this room now. Okay, careful here. Fire keys. They will burn my shield if I'm not careful. Also, you have a big beamos here. Big beamos are also something Also, or did we? No, we did not never encounter those guys as adult before. But yeah, from this point on, we have like those big beamos here. Like if you compare like the beamos in the Dongo's cavern, for example, you will notice that this guy is bigger. This guy takes multiple hits, so we need 2 bombs actually. That actually did count because like 2 bombs did explode simultaneously. Okay, I want to be careful here. I think I can just move like this. Okay, there are a lot of holes here in this room. You need to be careful. You cannot see them, of course. And we got a blue rupee. Shadow Temple and Bottom of the Well is also also dungeons that I like to call the blue rupee dungeons. You do get a lot of blue rupees in those dungeons, and I think that's because like this chest, for example, could be a deco shield, but because I already have a deco shield at the moment, I got a blue rupee instead. Okay, I want to move a little bit in the middle of the room here. Yeah, it almost fell down. Notice that Link will never jump off of the ledges here, of those like invisible holes, because like theoretically Link does not see them. He just steps in there, he does not jump, and he falls down. Okay, I'm a little bit in the middle here now. Now I want to move like this, and I could reach, and I should be able to reach the door. Good. Careful of the like. Of course, I take care of this guy. This guy will not bereft me of my deco shield. Also, by the way, we have Kokiri tunic, small Link. Child Link cannot wear the other tunics because all of those are adult size, and no one had the idea to make them kid-sized. Another blue rupee, like I said. Your main attraction here, of course, is the Skulltula, and that's also the main thing we do by exploring the entirety of the dungeon here, finding Skulltulas. Basically, behind every locked door, there's a Skulltula. I don't like this. And that guy fell down. One thing I never explained while I'm at it here right now. I think the keys is still there. Yeah, like there. Did fly up again. Aiming with the slingshot, by the way, is always harder, I find. But yeah, one thing I never explained. I do have hold target, not hold targeting. I have switch targeting. And switch targeting, from time to time, can be a little bit finicky if you are not used to it. Because, like, if we had the keys here right now, if I press Z again, Link will, or Navi will change between, like, beamos, keys, and so on and so forth. Basically, if I have multiple targets, hold targeting can be a little bit strange. And you cannot really, like break out of it, kind of. The trick in order to break out of it anyways is if you have hold targeting you want to like de-target, you want to hold back. And then if you target again, press that, you break out of it every time, no matter how many enemies there are, or how many like targetable things there are. Okay, let's hope I do not fall into the... Never mind. Okay, welcome back to the basement. Like this here, I'm gonna assume it's acid or so. This is also stuff that the Goron tunic would protect from. That's also something I already explained. Also works with spikes in the water temple, for example. Because all of those count as the same type as hazardous floor. Just like lava does. And the Goron tunic just applies to that globally. Already plundered those pots, do not get anything here anymore. Okay, I think now it's time that I lower the water level. Because I need to get another key and I can only get that one. Or it's more reasonable to get that one while the water level is down. Because then I can also grab another chest. And the water is sinking, oh no. There must be some kind of drainage here or so. Because otherwise why would the water just be gone? Like, it must flow somewhere, I guess. Actually, there might be a location, yeah. I think I know where a location might be. Maybe down here even? I think it's where, like, the... Like, how, like, the pit is that leads to Death End. Dead End? Dead End, not Death End. Dead End. And now we have this funny room. With the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus room. First of all, we have Gyptos here, and those are of course annoying. That's absolutely not the button I wanted to have that on, but okay. Once again, utilizing power crouch steps. Did we encounter Gyptos before? I think that might be the first time we encounter Gyptos. Gyptos are essentially stronger versions of Redeads. I think they do not even take more hits, but they paralyze you twice. That's their gist, basically. Which is actually not all that more dangerous than normal Redeads. You can burn them and then like a normal Redead spawns, but I think it doesn't do anything. They might deal more damage, but hey. Okay, we need to be careful here because some of those coffins here do yield some nasty surprises. Of course I want to open all of them. Oh, keys. Yeah, that's of course nasty because those will try to ignite themselves and burn my shield. But luckily I dispatched of them quickly. Okay, nothing inside. There's one coffin that has something meaningful inside it. And the other ones only have enemies. And that's the meaningful sarcophagus. A small key, nice. There's not... yeah, this room is purely here to get a key. Yeah, there's not a sculpture here. That was Master Quest again. Tok. I think that's a Gypto. Yeah, sure it is. No, dude, I don't feel like hugging right now. And he will stun me twice, or maybe not. Dude. Okay. Can this guy please die? The only thing I do is like spin the stick and press B. Didn't really make an effort to not get hit there. Okay. Like, what do the Gyptos even do to you? I think the German strategy guide for Ocarina of Time does say that they strangle you, but they actually more like hug you. It's scary nonetheless. And Wind Waker, they actually like try to eat you. But here it's not like totally clear what they do to you. Yeah, okay, we are almost finished here. Only the two center rooms left. I think we can go through here. Here. Tick. Oh yeah, flying pots. Okay. I need boomerang for this one. Cannot reach. That's the reason why I did not do bottom of the well the first time around I was here. Like, besides the fact that I want to do things in sequence in this playthrough. But you also need boomerang here to get all the Skulltulas. Wrong. Don't step into the middle where the blood is. Go over here instead. Some passive keys here. So nothing to worry about. Once again, invisible flooring here this time around. And come to think of it, like the invisible gimmick and like illusion stuff is actually utilized in a lot of ways. Sometimes you don't see things, sometimes you do see things that are actually not there. Like sometimes the floor is something you need to see, something the floor is not there. That's actually good. I think they did utilize the potential of the Lens of Truth pretty good. I quickly want to fall down here, because we have like this unique platform here with the rupees. Hello, Redet. Yeah, he will stare at me. I think I already explained that, but against popular belief, those guys are not actually screaming at you. They paralyze you with their gaze. That's basically what freezes you there. Even though Echoes of Wisdom does make it look like as if they are actually scream at you. But the scream effect is just like for dramatic effect there. Those pots still are not refilled. But yeah, after we drain the water, the main thing we want to go to is here. There's also a chest here. Bombs! And you can crawl through here. And this will take us to the dungeon boss. This space is also kind of significant. There's a clip you can perform here out of bounds, and that allows you to reach like other places off bottom of the well. But that's certainly something I don't want to do right now. It's also pretty hard. And this sculpture is having a bad day. Now we come to the main attraction here. You got all these sculptures here, only 2 treasure chests left. Remember that, 2 treasure chests in this room. We got 77 sculptures, so we are lucky. But yeah, we fight Dead Hand now. Dead Hand is a mini-boss we will encounter multiple times. One time here, one time in Shadow Temple. This guy was insanely scary as a kid, and to be honest, kind of is. Because... Now, not sure what they thought about when they designed that guy, but that guy looks legitimately, sorry, my wording here, but that guy legitimately looks a little bit fucked up. like he looks very scary, if you ask me. Like, a very good design, very good scary design. What we need to do in order to initiate the fight, you can see nothing happens here. Dead Hand does have, like, his companion hands here. I think that's actually supposed to be part of him or so. I'm actually not sure how like all of that is connected. But we want to get grabbed by those hands, that's the thing. And then Dead Hand will appear and will try to eat our brain. Like in German he's actually called the Brain Eater. And also another fun fact, apparently Dead Hand does not smell pleasantly. Like the German guidebook does tell that that Dead Hand does smell bad. Okay, but yeah, we need to get grabbed here. One thing we can do in order to avoid being grabbed but still initiate the fight, we can try to like get grabbed while we perform a jump slash, and that will look like this. If we do it wrong, we will defeat the hand, which is not good. The hand will respawn after a while. But we want to do it like this, because then we get grabbed and Dead Hand spawns. Okay, Stora power crouch steps and look at this guy. I also find it so creepy that he has like has this long like what's it called? Hals. What is called Hals in English? Like seriously, what is Hals in English? I don't know. And he uses dick, okay. But yeah, he looks pretty scary when he approaches you, and then his face is also so scary. Like, it's so weird. Definitely the peak design here, if you ask me. Also, like, the red, he's also just like this weird mess. He's like this Legion kind of mess. Okay, I think Dead Hand will not attack again. We need to get grabbed again. So let's do the same thing again, like that. It also has this scary sound, like glug, 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 glug. And also those red spots, like that cover his entire body. Guy is certainly a sight to behold. Nice, they did get the thing. And look at this, look at this, this guy. He currently is just lying there twitching with his open mouth and everything. Look at this, and he disappears. Wow. Yeah, that guy was a certain nightmare fuel back in when I was a kid. That guy was like haunting me in my dreams. Like, what is Hals in English? I should know that word, but I don't know what Hals in English is. Like, do you know that sometimes you just cannot... Neck! It's called neck. Yeah, of course. Like, he has like this super long neck, unnatural long neck. He does not have legs at all. He looks like some kind of sack or so. Some kind of bag. But yeah, we got Lens of Truth, and if you pay close attention to the map, what I already told you, there's another treasure chest here. And that's basically the tutorial that there are invisible treasure chests that you can discover with Lens of Truth. Cool. Huge rupee. Lens of Truth does consume magic. One thing you can do to avoid magic consumption with Lens of Truth is just constantly activating and deactivating it, because it will only deplete magic after it is active after a certain amount of time, and if you constantly like disable it, you get the benefits of Lens of Truth but do not consume magic. That will sound a little bit weird because the sound will always like play each time you press the button, but hey, if you want to be efficient. But yeah, what are your stories with Dead End? If you played this game back in the day as a kid, what were your opinion about Dead End? That guy sure did haunt me. We can use a little shortcut here. Let's get the Master Taxi. Oh no! That way I can also show that cutscene. I think we also take damage. Yeah, we take 1 heart of damage. Okay. Cool, and we are back outside. That was the entirety of Bottom of the Well, by the way. We did get everything there. Nice. Okay, that means we now want to do some stuff as Child Link that we still have open. And I still need to get bugs in my bottle. I almost said bottles in my bugs. Kind of. And Lens of Truth also in general last like major item here in this screen, by the way. Lens of Truth also not like an item that unlocks a lot of stuff. Like it does actually not unlock anything, but it is handy for one thing and like pretty nice for another thing, but like most stuff that is related to Lens of Truth can also be done without Lens of Truth, if you know what you're doing. Which isn't particularly hard, it does not involve like super glitches, except one thing that I also may want to show off at some point, but that's something in the desert. For now, let's get some bugs. That's also the first step in like rallying my zoo, what I was mentioning, my pocket zoo. So our first animal for our zoo are bugs. And now we want to go to, I should also keep the bugs, we want to go to Death Mountain Crater. Let's do it like this. Bolero of Fire is always a weird song to play. Does not go as smoothly as other songs, if you ask me. Probably the most complicated song to play, if you ask me. I think it's so hot in here, we can't stay here for long. And we can stay here for 1 minute 44. Yeah, we want to use bugs here. And of course we also want to plant a bean here, even though we already got the item. And this one is easily missable because you might forget that you can go here now as a child. Okay, there we go. That should also finish the entirety of Death Mountain. Yep, we get the emblem. Nice. And look at how finished everything here is. Cool. I think the next thing I want to do... Next thing I want to do, let's go back to Temple of Time. Let's go back to Temple of Time. There are a few locations I need to visit again as child, or that I want to visit again as child. First of all, okay, it's nighttime, that allows me to do something here. That allows me to buy bomb shoes and do the treasure chest minigame finally. Come, let's get a dog companion. Does the Happy Mask Salesman have like a shop open during nighttime? The mask shop, now hiring part-time, apply during the time. Okay, during the day. I think if I'm too fast, the dog cannot catch up. Let's move a little bit more slowly, wait for the dog. Yeah, we can do this. And previously this was a 1 in 32 chance to win this game. But now we have devices that allow us to cheat here. Because we can use the Lens of Truth here, and we can peek inside the chests. It's a little bit sad that it only works for those chests specifically. You cannot like peek into every chest in the game and like discover its contents that way. That would have been nice. I think that would have been a nice touch. But it works here, which is pretty nice. I think that would also have been good to help players figure this out. That you can like peek inside like every kind of treasure chest. Then like one player might figure out, aha, I can use this to cheat the game. But yeah, works only here. The only hint you have for that is the open. The only hint you have for this is that one gossip stone we talked to. So it was 4 times up and 1 times down. That's the last thing here, last door. Now we got the jackpot. We can also peek inside here, which is funny. And if you paid attention, this is a piece of art. Cool, winner! That's the winner piece of art. Always nice if you pick that up in a randomizer. Okay, annoying thing is we need to go through all the rooms again. I wonder if you could do some weird things by like wrong warping here, like out of this room. Because this place does have a key counter. Although I don't know anything like that. Great, you are a real gambler. Nice. I'm a real cheater, if anything. But don't tell that guy I take the prize. Okay, back alley again. Let's pick up the like 2 more bomb shoes here. Hello? I also need to spend some because I cannot buy them when I have full bomb shoes. I'm full, right? Come on, I want to buy this. You're a bad merchant. If I want to buy it, let me buy it. One thing I can also quickly show off, before I forget about that, we never took a look at this house here, like from a bird's eye view. Cool. Let's do the same with the other house here. The soldier is gone. The dying soldier. The back alley is pretty cozy, I must say, especially during night. And it looks like this in here. Seems strange that dogs are a thing. Yeah. Dogs are interesting creatures. Or so. Let me quickly waste the bomb shoe. I can only buy 1 stack of bomb shoes. No, okay, that means you do something else. We still have some business here at Hyrule Castle. Because there's a grotto we can reach now. Also, did I ever... I think I already did take a look at those gossip stones here. What do you say? They say that if you get close to a butterfly... Yeah, we did read that. Yeah, one very weird thing is also that you can like target this. I think that's also just another like spot here for Song of Time, Song of Storms. Right? Maybe not. If that's not the case, then maybe Sun Song. Nope, okay. Why is Navi reacting to this? Nope. Zelda's lullaby, maybe? Nope. And I'm pretty sure Zaria's song. Okay, let's try Pono song, why not? Pretty sure Pono song does not work here. Nope, and Zaria's song? Zaria's song only allows me to talk to Zaria. It's nice to talk to her anyways, so let's do that. Yeah? Link, this is Zaria, can you hear me? Where are you, Link? Are you looking for a temple? I once heard a mysterious bird say, "Go, young man, go to the desert goddess with an ocarina." Do you have any idea what he may have meant by this? Okay, I think that's an interesting text. Okay, Zaria wants for me to go to Desert Colossus, okay. That's interesting. Also go, young man, that's also a hint. And I think she's talking about Kapora Gabora in this instance, the owl. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't want to talk to Navi. I can just jump here, right? Not like this. Also, apparently, it's a little bit vague, but Zaria seems to have some knowledge from the future here. Because we are talking to her as a child now, and she does know that we are seeking out temples. Interesting thing here. Oh yeah, the guards do not make me take damage. They just make me throw. They just throw me out. I don't take damage from them. Pretty sure we already did take a look at that one. If not, then too bad. Yeah, the thing we came for is right over here. It's hidden grotto, accessible via Song of Storms. And this one, once again, has a sculpture for us. There are multiple bombable... I don't have blue fire. I might want to return here with blue fire. First off, gossips down here. A bunch of stuff I still want to show you. Responding to you over here this. So they say that you may find something new in dungeons that you have already finished. Okay, that's kind of true, yeah. He's not lying. We get some resources here. Pretty nice. And also a lot of bugs here. Okay, I return here with blue fire. That also means I will not have enough money for another stack of bomb shoes, but never mind. One thing I can show off here, if we go back here during daytime after Gendorf's betrayal, we will witness that the castle is actually on high alert. They do not let anyone go in here anymore. Which makes sense, because Gendorf just did some shenanigans. Okay, Ocarina is fine, I guess. I need to route it a little bit right now. There's still a bunch of stuff I want to do in various locations. But yeah, first off, let me do what I wanted to do here. Let's get blue fire. I'm fairly certain we can buy that in a shop here. There's something funny you can do with blue fire. There's also a room here I haven't shown you yet. I want to be thorough with this game, as you can tell. Another thing I want to do while it's daytime, I want to change my mask here. Let's get the Zora mask, why not? I may be able to show you one funny interaction with the Zora mask. Okay, over here I should be able to buy blue fire. Very interesting that the game allows you to buy blue fire, because that way you can completely skip Ice Cavern theoretically. Actually not, because you need iron boots, never mind. But yeah, it's weird why can you buy it then? Like, there's not really a point to that. But okay, you can buy it. Yeah, I want to show you something specific with blue fire and those bombable walls I did bump in that one cavern. I'm fairly certain the last like bombable wall that I did not bump open there is like the last of its kind. I wasn't sure if I even had the chance anymore, but of course that grotto has them. Careful. Because an interesting quirk about those walls is you cannot just bomb those walls and destroy them with the hammer. That's also something you can do, by the way. You can also destroy them with the hammer. But you can also destroy those walls by putting blue fire in it. For whatever reason, that's some weird quirk about the blue fire. Also, it's not too bad that I just did pay a bunch of rupees to buy blue fire and bomb shoes, because I know where I can get more rupees. I know a spot where I can get a bunch of money, actually. Okay, you can also see those walls are back again, so I think you have an infinite supply of those walls here. Also this, I guess. But yeah, let's look and behold. Look at this. It just destroys the wall for whatever reason. Very weird quirk, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, fairly soon you cannot climb that. Okay, this Skulltula in particular is a very interesting one, because this is the Skulltula that allows you to get infinite Skulltula tokens. Because what you can do is, you can throw your boomerang now and grab the token. If you pick up the token and step into the light cone here, and that beams you up again, you basically collect the token. It does count as like one additional token. But the flag for the destroyed Skulltula is never set, which means you can go back into the grotto here and pick the Skulltula up again. I will not do that because it screws over my Skulltula count. Actually doesn't, but yeah, basically we can get like infinite Skulltulas here. I think once you approach 255 something weird should happen or so. Like it's normally the case, because then it overflows. So also use that with caution, but theoretically you would be able to get like all the Skulltulas you need to get the final reward by doing that trick. I just wanted to do this. I don't want to dupe the token, but it's something you can do. I wanted to acknowledge that. What's the best course of action now? I think nah, the guy did not even see me. I did not plan to... Wow, I did not plan to be in Death Mountain Crater. I'm just noticing. Let's do that before I forget about that. Ocarina is something I need, and beans. Sorry, I almost forgot about you, sorry. Let's walk back to Sacred Forest Meter. I think there's also something funny I can show off there. I think that's also a good connection to where I want to go next. The thing is, of course, Zarya is still here in this time period. You can talk to her and she will just greet us normally. And you want to hear my... Yeah, you're still saying the same thing. The funny thing is, of course, you can, like, communicate with telepathy with Zarya if we play Zarya's song. I think there's a funny thing here if we play Zarya's song here and talk to her. I think that's something we can do here. Because she's standing right next to us. You want to talk to Zarya? Link, this is Zarya. Can you hear me? I don't mind talking to you using the Ocarina's magic, but I'd really like to talk to you face to face. It's a nice one. For the player who uses that here, that's pretty good. Anything new to say? Nope. Still wants me to play Zarya's song, even though she doesn't want me to play her song, but I'm here, okay. Okay. Let's get another pet for our zoo. Just because. Like, the next pet will be a fairy. You can still place your bets what the other two animals I want to put in a bottle. One should be pretty obvious, the other one not so much, I guess. Okay, next place I want to go, I want to talk to Zarya again. Because I want to show her my mask as well. I have so much stuff I want to do, which I also never do, which is completely pointless, but is actually nice. Let's be lazy and teleport. I think that might actually be a little bit faster. Maybe? I could be equally fast, I guess, because of all the cutscenes here. Might have been faster if I just walked. Okay, what do you say to my Zora mask? Hey, cool mask, but a little scary, don't you think? Zarya's always scared of my masks, for whatever reason. She does not like masks. Maybe she is already aware of what happens to Majora's Mask, and that's why she has a distaste for masks. Who knows? But yeah, now I want to go to Zora's River. Luckily we have a connector right around the corner. I also want to go into a grotto here. There's like one of those generic grottos around here. Next to the shortcut to Goron City. Duh. And that's where we get to the next animal. Of course it's a fish. And the last animal will remain a little bit of a mystery until I get it, of course. But it's not immediately close by. I will most likely get it after Shadow Temple. Okay, now I want to dive down here. We could also pick up those rupees, but why? Zora's River, there's something we want to do here. First of all, I want to show something again with my Zora mask. Oh, dude. I performed it correctly. Did you see that we did not have the jingle that I played the song? Just the notes were just blinking. That's the indication that I played the song fast. Or at least I think it is. Not sure about that one, but it always feels fast if I accomplished that. Like in general, what do these Zoras say to my mask? Like you, what do you say? Yeah, right, you look a little small for Zora. Okay. Hmm? Yeah, right, you look a little small for Zora. Welcome. You want to buy fish, you need a container. Okay, thank you for not talking for a long time. But yeah, the highlight here is King Zora and Princess Ruto. I think those two have like some unique quotes here. Alright, you actually decided to become Zora. Are you actually ready to marry me now? Nice. Okay, I also need to talk to the king. The king is not too amused that we wear this mask. I don't think that's funny at all. Are you mocking me? Yeah, I'm mocking King Zora, let's go. Does this guy have a special quote? Yeah, right, they all just say the same, okay. I cannot put my mask on while I'm swimming, huh. I still like that you can get all of those reactions. I'm just noticing, by the way, like the races that they introduced in Ocarina of Time are of course like pretty prominent. Like they are of course like pretty well known, especially in nowadays times. But to be honest, when I go through the game like this, you don't really encounter them all that much. They only appear sporadically. The Zors disappear completely. Like after you go to the future, after you go into the future. Like they are not there at all. And the Gorons are also not like super prominent. Like they at least appear in Fire Temple. I need to give them that. But yeah, we came for the frogs here. Some frogs are looking at you from underwater. And yeah, we can do stuff with those frogs. We can play our Ocarina songs, and we need to play each Ocarina song we have to those frogs, and we do get rewards by doing that. It should be noted that warp songs do not count. Warp songs are the exclusion here. Only the like top row of songs you learn. And Song of Storms has a special reward because they are frogs and they like the rain. So let's play a Song of Storms here. One thing you can also already start to remember is the way like each frog jumps when you press a specific note. Like that will become important. Wow, that melody is so cool, Ribbit. Singing in the rain. Oh, what a feeling, Ribbit. Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude, Ribbit. Alright, see you, Ribbit. Ooh, we get another piece of heart, and that means we only have 4 pieces of heart in the entire game left, huh? Making good progress. Okay, now we want to start playing all the other songs we have. Let's start with Zelda's Lullaby. And what happens is that a frog grows. And we need to do that basically 5 times with all the other songs we have, and like each time a frog will grow. And that unlocks a minigame that we can play so that you can get another piece of heart. Young lad, you played the Ocarina well. That melody is so fine, Ribbit. We all should practice it, Ribbit. Take rupees as a souvenir. If you come up with another nice song, please drop it by and play it. Ribbit, Ribbit. Okay, also each time we play a new song, we get 50 rupees. Zarya's song? Okay, the middle one. Okay, we get another souvenir. I think those frogs are pretty rich. Epona song. The upper right one. Okay, what do we have left? Song of Time. And the last song is Sun Song. Oh, those 2 frogs are in sync. Perfect in sync. Look at that. And the one in the background too. Okay. And that's, by the way, what I meant. I get some rupees. The frog that grows here doesn't even jump up. Cool. Okay, and if we like try to play a song again, they offer us a nice little minigame now. Although it's not a nice minigame, it's actually a very hard minigame. Look at us, we're all huge frogs. We are the world famous, fabulous 5 froggish tenors. Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us, Ribbit. Okay, this minigame. We will see like a butterfly flying above the head of one of the frogs now. And our objective is to play the note so that the frog jumps up that corresponds to the respective note. There's a trick to all of this, because otherwise this would be pretty hard. And the sequence of notes will always be the same for this minigame. You always need to play the same sequence of notes. The hard part is you don't have infinite time. Like, you actually need to play really fast for this. I don't know the sequence of notes, so let's see how this goes. One thing you can also use to orientate yourself is like the position of the frogs also tells you which button they correspond to. On a GameCube controller, not so much though. Like, it makes more sense on an N64 controller. For example, the one in the bottom left is the A button. Then the one next to that one is, I think it's either C left or C down, like one of the two. C down would make sense. I think it's C down, and then upper left one is C left, upper right one C up, and the right one is C right. Let's see if that works. Okay, then ready, set, go. Yeah, and wrong. Another trick is, one thing that you can also remember is that like one of those frogs, one note you never need to play. That frog never gets the butterfly. Okay, yeah, kind of works. Okay, so it's A, C right, C left, C right, and I think then C down. No. Nah. Yeah, now it's okay. I kind of know on what I need to press here, but it's actually still very hard. I think I almost had it. One more try. No, yeah, the C up frog never gets like a butterfly here. No, No, I want too much A. Come on, that's not too hard. I should be able to get it now. No, maybe not. I think I pressed the B button and like quit the game. Now A. I think that's the last button input. No, wrong button. Keep in mind that I use the C stick, by the way, so that's a little bit more awkward than it usually is. There we go, okay. Young boy, you did great. Perfect. We are stuffed, Ribbit. Would you take this token of our gratitude? And that's another piece of heart. Okay, now you can play this minigame again. But this time around, it's the absolute masochist edition, because now the butterfly appears at random frogs. There's no longer like a sequence here you can remember. But if you manage to do that, you get 50 rupees. So it is theoretically, if you are like, if you have super reflexes and can do this without much effort, then that's a good spot to farm money. But it's super hard. Let's see how I do. Yeah, and if I try this again, we don't need to press C up now, and... Okay. Yeah, you can see this is a fruitless endeavor. A button. No. I'm also not sure how many notes you need to play here. But yeah, this is kind of impossible. Yeah, the thing is, because you need to be so fast, you cannot really, like, think. Okay, double? Never mind. Yeah, this is pretty much... yeah, if you can do that, please tell me. Like, this is something that I never did before in my life. And, yeah, like I said, I only know that you get 50 rupees by doing that. Maybe there are, like, some patterns you can remember here. Maybe there are, like, some... Like, there's a pool of, like, sequences the frogs can, like, draw from here. And you can still, like, kind of remember that they just draw, like, a random one. But once you, like, figure out the first note, then you might be able to know which you need to play here. That's totally wrong. I didn't even press that button, okay. Yeah. It's also so nasty that you need to use all 5 buttons now. Yeah, nope. Like, one false input and you're screwed, yeah. It's not even because of the false input, can I just do this? No, okay. Nope. Too slow. Simply too slow. Okay, one more try and then I give up on that. I think that's a similar sequence of what we had before. Like, I think there's a pool they can, like, draw from. I get the impression there's a pool they can draw from. Maybe not. I said one more time and I did, like, the 3rd attempt now. I think I'm getting better at this, to be honest. Nope. Double is also mean. Yeah, double. Because it does not appear as if the frog even jumps up. That's the thing here. Nope, A. Okay, guys, I did try this a little bit off screen, and I came to the conclusion that this minigame is absolutely insane. Like, I think my average is like 3 frogs per session. I have no clue how anyone is supposed to do this. I only know that the reward is 50 rupees. I wasn't able to discern any kind of pattern here. I did try to write down some sequences here, but dude, if you don't know the song preemptively that you need to play here, that's impossible. Even if I, like, input it kind of normally, I still run out of time. Like, it's absolutely crazy how you are supposed to do this. So yeah, that's something I will not do. Like I said, it's 50 rupees, nothing spectacular. It's nothing that's even needed in randomizer or so. So just forget about this. If you can do this, please show me or so. Please, like, upload a video to YouTube or so and show me. But like, doing this like for fun edition of this frog minigame is, like, absurd. Absolutely absurd. It might actually also be that, like, you have like a general global timer for this. Like, and each time you do not, like, input the same note, or like the right note, like, the timer ticks down, and once it reaches 0, you get disqualified. And it's not like as if the timer resets like every note you get right or so. Pretty strange, but yeah, that was this, like, frog minigame. And what we want to do now, we want to return to Temple of Time, and next time we do Shadow Temple. We got the item we wanted from the bottom of the well, which is the Lens of Truth. There's still some more stuff I can do as Child Link, but I can do that during the next time we turn Child Link. There will be a second, I should rather say a third time. We need to play as Child Link, so I leave some stuff for later. But yeah, that was our small trip here as Small Link, and next time we will be the big Link again and do cool stuff in Shadow Temple. Don't get too scared, guys. I will guide you through it. I'm with you. So yeah, we will see each other in the Shadow Temple. Alright guys, thank you all for watching, I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Until then, take care and goodbye.